أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وتركنا مع الإسلام كالشاشة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك والعياذ بالله فصلوات ربي وسلامه عليك يا حبيبنا يا رسول الله صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. We'll continue inshallah azza wa jal the subject that we started last week about الرجال قوامون على النساء. The ayah in Surah An-Nisa, Surah number 4, about the relation between man and woman in our religion. We said last week قوام, plural of قائم. And قائم in Arabic means the opposite of sitting. Sitting means jalis. قائم means standing. So الرجال here, not قائم, means standing here. He is the one who will work to provide and to serve and to lead that woman in this society, in the human being relationship. The men, they are responsible for providing their family with food, with water, drink, with clothes, with serve the house, whatever the house needs, and also education. 5 rights, by the way, this is in the law. In the civil law, you have to provide your wife place to live, food to eat, water to drink, clothes to dress, and education and medication. If you understand this fact, you will understand why Allah gave you twice and her in the life. Because she is not responsible for anything from those as an obligation. You responsible. Even if you are a brother and she's a sister and both you still in the father house and the father passed away, you have twice, she has one. You have to spend from your share upon your sister. You know now why you have to share and she has one? الرجال قوامون على النساء, we explained this last week, and why? بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض. Allah preferred men upon women in certain things, and He preferred women upon the men in certain things, and we gave examples last week about pregnancy and whatever, kids, diapers, cooking, all these things. They can do, you can't. You can't. This is not being created for you. You outside, working, building, struggling, analyzing, searching for her, feeling love, care, prepare, help. For that reason, a lot of examples from the life of Rasulullah. His wife used to give him the decisions or the beautiful mashura for him. I'll give you one example. Salama radiallahu anha wa arda, after Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, you know al-Hudaybiyah place between Medina and Mecca, the Prophet alayhi salam and the Sahaba went to do Umrah. Quraysh refused. They signed the agreement, put the war 10 years, and they signed the agreement. Now after signing the agreement, they were muhrimin to do Umrah. If you are muhrim, you have to release yourself from the ihram by cut what? Your hair as a man, am I right? Cut or shave. Okay. Absolutely. The situation wasn't easy like I'm telling you now. They walked from Mecca, from Medina to Mecca, more than 600 kilometers walking. And they're already now in Mecca. And suddenly, no Umrah today, you have to go back. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for them. You have to absolutely give excuses for their reaction in the beginning. The Prophet asked them, go and cut your hair or shave your hair. No Umrah this year, will come back next year. Sometimes, when you train your followers, you will expect from them sometimes what? Difficulty to understand. Difficulty, I'm not sure that I understand your command. For some of them, they start what? Hesitate to cut or to shave. The Prophet got mad. But he said nothing. This is how you learn to be polite like your messenger. He said nothing in front of anybody of them. You know why? Because he knows the excuse for them. He knows it's not easy. It wasn't easy. He entered his tent and he started complaining to his wife. Ya Umm Salama, halaka nas. What's going on, O Rasulullah? I told them to do such and such and nobody did it. You know what she said to him? Ya Rasulullah, they are very tired and they came all this trip. You know what? Call the man that he used to cut your hair and cut your hair in front of them and he will see. Everybody after they saw the Prophet make tahallul, everybody do tahallul. Everybody did tahallul. Why? Sometimes we have to be what? They call this in the education, teach by example. Teach by example. Because if you keep like the marshal, commands, do not to do, and you are up, they are, nobody will listen. If they will listen because they're scared from you, or maybe respect. But when you lead by example, you will be the first one that everybody will follow with happiness. He's with us. He is with us. For that reason, brothers and sisters, always try to see we are together. We work together. You work with me, not work to me. Big difference for you people, your workers. Their reaction for you when you say, hey guys, we work together, even if I am the owner, it's a big difference than saying, hey, you work for me. No. Islamically, I'm not saying it's haram, but Islamically, it's not good. As if you open the door to have takabbur, showing off, you work for me. Because we as human beings, we love to have this kind of position. I am the boss, I am the owner. No, we are equal. He is faqir, you are ghani. This is something belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so try to be with him nice. So she will share with you, this is the point. Your wife is not a machine in the house. And this is my main point from the khutbah last week and today. Your wife, she's not a machine in the house. You have to understand that she's a human like you. She may be or might be sick, tired, not in the mood. She's suffering from something, especially if you don't know the monthly duration for your wife. It's not piece of cake. The monthly duration for the woman in general, it's painful, mentally and physically. For that reason, in the fiqh, it's haram. If you want to divorce your wife, to divorce her in that time, because you will add for her pain what? Another pain. For that reason, I suggested always, in Jordan and here, we have to create courses, for example, courses, whatever your name, for those who want to get married. Come and take this course for 3-4 hours to know what's going on, what's marriage. Your relation with your wife is not just sexual relation. That's the last relation in the list. The last thing. Otherwise, the animals do this. No. الرجال قوامون على النساء. Before I go to the next step, if in the law, if you are a man and you stop spending on your wife, you will lose this position. She is not now by the law. If by the law you can't tell her, you have to obey me if you stop spending on her as a husband. You can't. You will lose this privilege. For that reason, Zawjat Abu Sufyan, the wife of Abu Sufyan, she came to Rasulullah sallallahu one day. Ya Rasulullah, Abu Sufyan, he is stingy. He's not spending on me. Can I take from his money without his knowledge? He said to her, take just your need, not more. If she want to stay with him as a wife, but she has the option to go and what? Ask for divorce. He can't ask her to, hey, you have to listen to me, I'm your husband. I'm sorry, no Qewamah now because you are not doing your duty. So, we have right and duty. You will take your right when you do your duty. If you are not doing your duty, you will never take your rights. It's logically understood. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض. Let me just explain what Allah prefers men upon women. Here, it's not physically we are better than them or she is not like you or less than you. Here is something based on the creation itself. The system that Allah created the woman with is different than your system. I will give you one example. Imagine that she is a judge. She is what? A judge. And they brought a criminal in front of her. Criminal. He killed. He is a killer. But he is very awesome man. And he looks like her son. The son that maybe he passed away. And she, oh my God, he looks like my son. This will affect her judgment or not? Absolutely. She starts crying. Oh my God. Haram. Samhu. Forgive me. If she's a judge and the criminal looks like a person he did wrong to her in her life. For example, ex-husband. Send him to jail forever. This is woman. This is how Allah created it in general. Her feeling will cover her mind. Cover. For that reason, taking care of the kids for you as a man, he needs food, I feed him. Okay, after that, that's how you think. Feeding, that's it. No. What your son is crying, what he wants, you don't know what he wants. But the mom, she can know if he is what? Needs food? From the crying, the way that he cries. Allah gave her this kind of features. She recognized he is in need for food, or change diaper, or he has pain in the stomach, or he wants a lot of things. There is language, subhanAllah, between kids and mothers. I can't understand. You can't. Subhanallah, subhanallah. The hadith, قال وزرعت حبك في قلبيهما. As Allah, the plan, the love for the kids in the hearts of the parents. إذن بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض. The decisions that you can make as a man, it takes less time than what the woman can do in the same case or the same crisis. This is a tafdeel. For that reason, leadership is not always feeling or love. Leadership, sometimes you have to be what? Very tough. To make a decision. Even if it's painful. Women, they can't do that. For that reason, when the Prophet ﷺ heard the news about Persia, that after the leader passed away, the one who took over, a woman, you know what he said? He said, لَنْ يَفْلِحَ قَوْمٌ وَلُّوا أَمْرَهُمْ إِمْرَأً. No way the success will be with the people. They give the leadership for a woman. Not leadership for school or hospital or, no, leadership for the country. And that hadith just for virgin in that time, first, he meant them in that time, means their end is very close. And that's what happened, subhanallah. غُلِبَتْ الرُّومُ فِي أَدْنَى الْأَرْضِ وَمِنْ بَعْدِ غَلَبِهِمْ سَيَغْلِبُونَ فِي بِضْعِ سِنِينَ. After 7 years, the Rome won against Persia, and after another 7 years, in 15 or 14 years after Hijrah, معركة القادسية finished them at all. So, الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض is number one. Number two, وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم. Also because you are responsible to spend from your money for her mahar, for her expenses in the life. And this is not donation, it's not sadaqah, it's her haqq, her rights. This is God's law. We have to respect it. Now, as for now, you have about a lot of questions. Can the wife help the husband in the spending, the expenses of the life? She can help. Yes, she can help. She has to do. No, she hasn't to do. If she want to spend, that's fine. She want to say, no, you have to spend, that's your wajib. Another, you see, to see more details about this. If the husband, for example, got bankruptcy or whatever, he has no money in that year, can he borrow money from his wife and give her the money back after he has money? Yes. If she asks you to give her money back, you have to give the money back to your wife. Sheikh, what you are talking about? All the food that I bought, all the expenses, all the money. I'm sorry, this is that. This is your right, this is your wajib, your duty. Got it? وَبِمَا أَنْفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ. Now, any relationship between human beings, absolutely, you will have what? Problems, conflicts, disagreements, misunderstanding. That's normal. For that reason, any gathering of a human being, you have to do two things. Number one, to draw law, establish law. Number two, to hire somebody to judge between those teams or parties. And a life without law, no such country, no such gathering for a human being, they live without law. Even the animals, by the way, even the animals. Animals has law, rules in the land. And you go and study about the bees, subhanallah, flies, rules, system. Who has to do this? Who has to do that? What's the punishment for if you... Law, rules. So this is our also human being. We have law, we have rules. If any problem happens between you and your wife, which is normal. By the way, happiness is not to have life without problems. Happiness is to know how to deal with the problems. The Prophet's house, the Prophet's wife, in all the stories, they had problems. They had disagreements, misunderstanding. I'm going to give you one example. Because wives, in general, they are what? Jealous. Aisha radiallahu anha wa ardaha, she said one day, the Prophet was with me in the night, and before Fajr still is maybe 2 hours or more. I wake up, the Prophet is not in the house, not in the room. So I hear him take his dress and he's walking outside. Immediately the shaitan gives her idea what? That he's going for what? For the next one, or the next door. In her night, for her, this is what? Unfair, unjust, which is okay. I'm walking lightly behind him to see where he want to go. I went outside behind him. I found him, he's going to where? To the graveyard. To make dua for whom? For Shuhada Badr. For the people that they passed away in Badr. Women always, they think, subhanAllah, if you give the shaitan the power to give your wife a lot of explanations for the bad thing, she will go to the extreme. So be careful. Help her against the shaitan. Don't help the shaitan against her. If you expect life with your wife without problems, I'm sorry, you are a big mistake. This is the nature. We have problems. Now, the happiness, how to solve. This is the Qewamah, by the way. Not just, hey, I am the man, I have no muscle, you have to listen to me. No, this is not. Al-Qewamah, to know how to lead. If there is a problem, to solve it without anyone losing. Losing your respect and losing her what? Character as a untha, baby. And we have to study the life of Muhammad to know how he used to deal with women. He's our example. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If we have a problem, Al-Quran registered for us 5 steps to solve those problems, and it's recommended to go step by step. Don't jump. Because each step, when you go up, it needs a lot of what? A lot of price to pay. So absolutely, if I'm in a business, I will go with what? With the less price I have to pay to solve any problem. فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله. Allah says the صالحات is the majority. The majority of the wise, perfect. But we have minority, then they will do some mistakes, they will do some wrongs. What to do? Number 1. وَاللَّاتِي تَخَافُونَ نُشُوزَهُنَّ. If there is nushuz from your wife toward you, what's the meaning of nushuz? Nushuz means disobeying you in your duties. In your duties and your rights. Means, you ask her to do something? No. Why no? Just no. If you ask her something halal as a husband and she said no without any excuse, no reason to say no, this is nushuz. If she disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is also nushuz. So nushuz means disobeying the husband or disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with no reason belong to the sharia. If she is, for example, has bad tongue toward you, if she is not holding your secrets and spreading everything outside the house, this is nushuz. If she started compare herself with others and always looking at your head, I want over your budget, also nushuz. So a lot of examples for the nushuz. How to solve this? Number 1, Allah said, وَاللَّاتِي تَخَافُونَ نُشُوزَهُنَّ فَعِظُوهُنَّ. Number 1, al-maw'idha. What's al-maw'idha? Al-maw'idha, to talk to somebody with care and love and respect. So everybody, yesterday I talked to her. How you talk to her? It's not what you say. It's how you say it. I can't talk to anybody with no respect, no care, no love, and nobody will listen to you. You will increase the problem. If you go and talk to her with no respect, humiliate her, you will increase the problem. You will increase, if there's cut, you will make it what? Bigger. فَعِيدُوهُنَّ. And Allah picked this kalima, maw'idha. What's a maw'idha? Maw'idha. Number 1, you have to speak not loud, slow down, with kind of love and care and respect, and pick the suitable time to talk to her. Not wallahi while she is cooking in the kitchen and she carries the baby and the other baby crying, and, hey, I want to talk to you now. This is not the right time. Or you choose to talk to her about something when she needs something from you, and you make it what as, okay, if you listen to me, I'll give you this. This is not the way to give maw'idha. Because people doing this, by the way. Men doing this. Why you are laughing, you know? Yes, we are living this life. We know what's going on. All of us, I'm talking about myself also. We are not angels, we are humans. So you have to be in a situation that I want to feel Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking with her. And the most crisis, if there is mother in between, your mom and your wife, and you are in between. Here you have to be wise enough to not to increase the problem in the both sides. If you go with your mom against your wife, this is dhulm. And if you go with your wife against your mom, this is uquq, and both are haram. You see our situation? Our situation not easy. But Al-Quran, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, Allah brought for us the line. And today, inshallah, time is almost done. We started with the first step. Next Friday, inshallah, we'll continue بإذن. So make sure you are here بإذن. جزاكم الله خير. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم الفيات وأزل المستغفرين استغفروه وادعوه وأنتم المؤمنون بالإجابة. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Wasiyah for my sisters before we finish. If your husband got mad and he starts threatening you, if you are not listening to him, he will divorce you. Don't challenge him. Don't challenge him. Because most of the cases that I say, he said this and I did the opposite, so he divorced me. Why you did the opposite? Why? So be smart enough and take it easy. If he is mad, what? Just change. Go. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we have to be smart because divorce is not a joke. Divorce in Arabic, we call it talaq. As if you shoot somebody, you can't shoot somebody and after that, oh, I'm joking, I'm sorry. Already you killed him. For that reason, we have to be patient. And Allah says in the Quran, فَإِن كَرِهْتُمْهُنَّ فَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Wives are not in details. You have to be perfect. You have to take your wife as a package. Nobody is perfect. Sometimes men, they thought she has to be perfect. Especially if he sees the TV ads and he saw some pictures for women and he starts what? Oh my God, what I have! If I start comparing between what's in the TV and what's in the house, be careful, this is fake. All the pictures in the TV, if you go and it's fake, they just combine pictures together to let you see the perfect style. And even though it's not like what you understand me, it's totally different. So try as much as you can to feel Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if there is a hopeless case with you, tomorrow is the Jannah. Over there in the Jannah you have what? You see? So have patience, you will be okay inshallah azza wa jal. هذا وعلم أن الله أمر بأمر قد بدأه بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه فقال عز وجل مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما لبيك اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك فارض عنا. اللهم لا تجعل لنا في هذا اليوم ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا عيبا إلا سترته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا ضالا إلا هديته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته. اللهم من أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين خيرا فوفقه إلى كل خير ومن أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين شرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر إنه لا يعجزنك يا أرحم الراحمين. أقم الصلاة إن صلاتك عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.